In mixed martial arts, respect is the ultimate currency, earned through grit, courage, and relentless dedication. KAMARU Usman's journey is a masterclass in earning that respect, not just with wins, but with the way he carries himself through adversity. From a young boy in Nigeria to a dominant UFC champion, Usman's story is about overcoming odds and refining his craft. He commanded respect not with trash talk, but with dominance, becoming the puzzle no one could solve. His wrestling and evolving striking made him a nightmare for any opponent, breaking them down both physically and mentally. Yet Usman's true character shines brightest in defeat, facing setbacks with grace, never making excuses, and always seeking the toughest challenges. His legacy is built on more than just victories. It's about resilience, professionalism, and an unbreakable spirit. In the world of fighters, that's the respect that endures. KAMARU Usman's journey began in the vibrant town of Auchi, Nigeria, where his early years were shaped by a culture of discipline, family values, and the unyielding spirit of his community. Even as a child, KAMARU was surrounded by stories of perseverance and hope, learning from his parents the importance of hard work and sacrifice. In the heart of Nigeria, his family dreamed of a brighter future, one filled with opportunity, safety, and the promise of something greater. The idea of America was more than a destination. It was a symbol of hope, a place where dreams could be realized if you were willing to fight for them. When his father made the courageous decision to move to the United States, it set in motion a journey that would change their lives forever. At just 8 years old, KAMARU found himself in Texas, facing the daunting challenge of adapting to a new world, one that was unfamiliar, sometimes unwelcoming, and full of obstacles. The struggles of immigration were real. Discipline instilled by his father, combined with the grit born from his immigrant experience, laid the unshakable foundation of a champion. KAMARU Usman was a force to be reckoned with on the wrestling mats, where his journey began long before the bright lights of the UFC. Wrestling wasn't just a sport for Usman, it was a way of life, a daily test of willpower and grit that shaped his character from a young age. He became a 3-time NCAA All-American, and ultimately captured a national championship, achievements that placed him among the elite in collegiate wrestling. Usman even chased Olympic dreams, training at the prestigious U.S. Olympic Training Center, where he pushed his limits alongside the nation's best. But the path wasn't without setbacks. Injuries forced him to reconsider his future, closing one door but opening another. Instead of accepting defeat, Usman saw opportunity. He turned to mixed martial arts, He entered MMA with a champion's mindset, ready to build something even greater than what he'd achieved on the mats. Big break came on The Ultimate Fighter, where he dominated with wrestling and composure, earning a UFC contract with a decisive submission win. The nickname, the Nigerian Nightmare, became known to the world. Usman's UFC rise was methodical. He dismantled opponents with relentless pressure, defeating future champions and respected veterans. Critics called his style boring, but his effectiveness was undeniable. He built a winning streak, out-grappling the best and waiting patiently for his title shot. Usman's journey was about steady improvement, not shortcuts. He let his performances speak, earning respect with every fight. The Ultimate Fighter was just the beginning. The real nightmare for the welterweight division had arrived. Usman's climb was relentless, his focus unbreakable. He was ready for gold. Back with the poise of a true champion. Usman faced Jorge Masvidal twice. a champion whose legacy will be remembered for years to come. Usman entered the UFC as a wrestling powerhouse, but true greatness demanded evolution. Under coach Trevor Whitman, he rebuilt his striking, turning his jab and right hand into lethal weapons. His transformation was on display in wars with Covington, and knockouts of Burns and Masvidal. Usman became a complete fighter, dangerous everywhere, impossible to predict. Opponents could no longer focus just on takedowns, standing with him was just as risky. His commitment to improvement set him apart, elevating him to pound-for-pound status. Usman's evolution redefined what it meant to be a champion. He proved that the best never stop growing. Even the greatest champions faced defeat, and Usman's came in dramatic fashion against Leon Edwards. A last-minute head kick ended his reign, but Usman responded with immediate calls for a rematch. No excuses, just resolve. He lost the trilogy fight, but his spirit never wavered. Instead of taking an easy comeback, he faced Khamzat Chimaev on short notice, moving up a weight class. Though he lost, the courage to accept that challenge earned even more respect. Usman's legacy grew not just in victory, but in how he handled loss, with dignity and hunger for competition. 3 straight defeats didn't diminish his standing, they revealed his heart. He remains a warrior, always seeking the toughest tests. Usman's true greatness is measured by how he faces adversity. On family, training, and legacy. In a sport fueled by drama, Usman's professionalism stands out. He lets his actions speak, inspiring the next generation. At 38, Usman's legacy is secure, one of the greatest welterweights ever, with a reign rivaling legends. His story is more than stats. It's about perseverance, evolution, and the immigrant dream. Usman transformed from a wrestler to a complete martial artist, providing a blueprint for greatness. Even after setbacks, he remains a top contender, always seeking the toughest fights. His willingness to risk his legacy against rising stars shows a true competitor's heart. Usman deserves respect for his journey, work ethic, and dignity in both victory and defeat. He's given everything to the sport, carrying himself as a consummate professional. Fans are privileged to witness his career, a reminder that greatness is about how you compete and endure. Usman's story is a testament to resilience, evolution, and the enduring power of respect. The Nigerian Nightmare's legacy will inspire for generations.